Hey guys, it's Steve with Futures and Charts, and today is Friday. It's Good Friday, and so the markets aren't open or anything, and in observance of Good Friday. So, but yesterday was a crazy day after Trump's speech the night before. It kind of spooked the market a little bit, although we're not doing anything different than what we have been doing is just blowing up all their stuff. So I think we need to do a little more of that kind of stuff and just you know take control of the Straits of Hormuz. We can't have people that are like Iran that is in total control of the Straits of Hormuz. That just needs to stop. It should be, since it's kind of a lifeline for many countries, they should be starting to take ownership of that and helping out. So hopefully, doesn't sound like France is going to cooperate. Macron just came out and said that um, if we were to ask them before it all started, it would have been different, which I doubt because France is France, right? And of course, the UK is not the UK of old. I know there's some patriots over there in the UK that are trying to take their country back, but it's not looking too good right now. When you got teachers that are being arrested for their thoughts, you know, and so there's a thought police in the UK, and thank God we live in the United States. At least we're still freer than they are. So, but anyway, I guess we'll get back to looking at what's going on in the oil market and just have a look at the charts, and I'll show you the big move we had yesterday and where this could be going. So there have been predictions of $140 oil. Um, Sometimes when they say those things, they like to prove themselves right, and the market tries to make that happen. Somebody like Goldman Sachs or some big outfit like that will either make it spike up. I'll show you. I got a 20-year chart up, and I'll show you what it was like the last time we had a spike up to when it hit 147 back in 2008, I think it was. And it's definitely different this time. It's so sharply upward that I do feel like when this does get resolved, it's going to be a sharp downtrend. So um, how far down it goes, that remains to be seen. But that's what it looks like to me. So, but let's just go have a look then. All right. So as you can see, yesterday we had a big move up, $11.42 on the May contract, and May diesel was up over 30 cents. But as you can see, the farther out you go, the move is not as much. So it's just some near-term volatility that's going on, obviously, with the war, and most of the traders must think that it's going to be over by the time we get out to the August time frame. So, and I would agree with that. So, this is the 20-year chart of the diesel, and as you can see here, we're actually higher than we were back in what was it, 2008, July of 2008. But on the crude oil, was actually higher in 2008, and we still aren't quite as high as we were here back in July of 22. So it's I'm hoping that this thing will start to roll over here soon, because this kind of a move, as you can see, this is on the monthly chart. So this is a matter of just since January, basically, it's just been going up. Well, late December, I guess, would probably be the time frame there. And then we had this gap up starting in March of 26. So that's just been last month. So the biggest move has happened just right in the last month. So there would have been kind of a trend line going here, and as you can see, it broke out above that. So it's a really fast move, which in my mind just tells me that it's probably going to be a pretty huge reversal. Like over here in 2008, we had a big run up to 147 was where it peaked, and then when things got squared away, I'll tell you, this thing dropped like a rock, and we went from 147 all the way below 40. So it's you know, when things happen in the world that affect oil, it's a big deal. But as soon as it gets resolved, it seems like it does have some pretty big reversals. So I don't have a lot of people locking in contracts like zero at this moment, because obviously that would be a bad idea. You just want to get what you have to have at the moment, and hopefully things will get better in the future. So but that's what I got for you here on this Good Friday, and hope you guys have a great one, and just remember what this day is all about. So we will see you in the next video. So thanks for watching Futures and Charts.